Hey, hey, welcome or welcome back. It is good to see you all today. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Hello, Chris. How you doing, love? Hello, Princess Pirate Pickle Pants. Hello, LaFay. How are you all doing? I wasn't planning on being on camera today, and I didn't feel like going to put a shirt on. So what you get is what you get. I'm sorry. Um, it is what it is. Um, yeah, we have a video from Rosie. She just uploaded a little while ago. I'd say maybe less than half an hour ago. So I thought we would take a look. I did listen to this just before scheduling my live. So I hope you're all doing well. Hey Lana, no, we just got started. Um, I imagine Nikki will also cover this tonight, possibly. Tonight, North American time, which would be late afternoon for her. So there'll be some other people covering Rosie's video. So I was going to try to turn my microphone up by touching the mic, and that's not where it's turned up. All right, so there we go. All right, yeah, so Rosie did just upload. Ow, my neck. Dad is fed, and you're settling down for the evening. That sounds lovely. I need to be fed as well. Do you want to come feed me too? I need to heat up some dinner after this. Hey Mel, Salty Chicken, how you doing? Hey Zalfruit. Aw, thanks for being here, LaFay. Yeah, I know Charlie was going to go live tonight. I saw something on Twitter from Charlie. So, oh, is my chat box not? No, it should be there. Eggs with green onions and French toast. Well, that sounds lovely. There's the chat. Did I get a haircut? No. It's just down. I usually have it pulled back. I do need to get maybe a smidge trimmed, and I need to get the back reshaved. But no. It is same as it's been. Yeah, Tiny might do a recorded video. She may do a live as well. I know Tiny's been going live periodically too. Oh, thank you, Mels. I appreciate it. I usually have it pulled back just to keep it out of my face. I don't have it down too terribly often. So, a nap sounds lovely. So, I think we all know what's coming from this. So, we did have, first, we do have her Instagram stories. We'll see if I can still access them. Yeah. So we do have her Instagram stories where she talked about a couple things. LaFay. Thank you. Um, I have my hair down. It's about the only difference, and I don't have a shirt on. Well, I have a tank top. Why is my phone vibrating? Stop it. So, her IG stories here will give us a little bit of a preview of kind of what's coming. Chili with leftover roast beef. That sounds yummy. So we have a if you know, you know down here. So this is her IG story from yesterday. Chris.
I'm aware of what's going on. No, I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, chocolate cake queef.
And I don't.
If you don't want to talk about it, then why are you making this video about it? And why do we keep getting peace signs? Yeah, I know what's going on. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, yeah. Why do we keep getting peace signs, Rosie? Is it just because she's awkward? Jenny Lenny, hair down and no shirt. Libby trying to get a girlfriend during the stream. Lol. It's a Libby wasn't planning on being on camera today. I wasn't planning on live streaming today. Well, being on camera. So, um, this is me lounging around the house. She's got a thunder coat on to keep calm, Chris. I know. I don't know why she has on this giant pink hoodie in fucking Texas whenever she's already said that she sweats like a mofo. And it's hot in Texas. It's hot. So, for her to be here with this fucking hoodie on is, I don't know. I don't know why she has this hoodie on, unless it's her comfort hoodie to just turtle away from the world. Oh my god, your skin broke out. The makeup look was wonderful. The makeup was fabulous, Jenny. But your skin broke out. It is performative. It's very performative. So, but yeah, she's coming on here saying on her IG, I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, she's making an IG post about it.
I don't know if I'm going live again until I get back home. I haven't decided yet.
We got the throwing of the peace signs again. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's just like, and here, the hoodie's like, it's just bizarre.
But other than that, I'm having an amazing time.
Are ya? Are you? I'm having an amazing time. You emailed Nikki a new song about Rosie today? That's funny.
And, yeah, y'all can keep being insane in internet land.
I'll keep being insane in internet land. Although I can say, I'm not crazy like other people. Yeah, make sure you're on live chat. As Nikki likes to say, top chat runs friendships. Right, Mel's. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. It's just...
enjoy being with my boyfriend.
My boyfriend.
Because fuck anybody who's trying to fuck with that and be so heinously...
Can you trim your nail? You're gonna scratch the fuck out of poor Remy's back. Poor Remy's gonna get shredded to pieces. I mean, maybe he likes that kind of thing. Aw, Heather. Thank you. It's amazing what a shower can do. I mean, I'm always clean, but I just showered this morning. I'll let my hair dry down. Hey, Miss Dorella. It's her ham cutting nail. Hey, what a cluster fluff. So we have two Chris's. What a cluster fluff is also Chris. And of course, Chronicles of Chris is also Chris. So I'm going to say Fluffy Chris for what a cluster fluff. Because you're both Canadian. So I can't just say Canadian Chris. The hell is with the pink druid? Girl, my hair is nasty. Heather, Heather's senior. I'm sure you're still gorgeous. So yeah, fuck all y'alls. Fuck y'all.
evil and malicious. Some of y'all need a fucking hobby that isn't hating fat bitches on the internet.
Some of y'all need Jesus. You know, this is my hobby. I'm sorry, but I also have Legos. I have video games. I have board games. This looks, oh yeah, she hasn't
And
showered.
honest to God, that's all I gotta fucking say. There's also stuff that the internet doesn't know.
Good.
I'm obviously frustrated,
It's not because you're
but I will
fat.
not
Right.
be speaking on anything that's been revealed without people's consent.
So is she saying that it's been revealed without people's consent, or she's not going to be speaking on it without people's consent? That could be taken two different ways. And right, it's not because she's fat. It's not because she's fat. It's because of how she treats people and the way she behaves and the things that she does and how she conducts herself. If it was about just being fat, people would be shitting all over. That sounds really bad. People would be clowning on, reacting to, um, hungry fat chick, Tammy Lemon. People like those two people because they aren't clowns. They aren't shitty people. Yeah, LaFay, she just confirmed.
And I'm not speaking to any of it.
Yeah.
If I don't stop talking, I'm gonna say shit I'll regret. So, later.
Okay. Nobody cares about these other things on here. It's just stupid platitudes. Yeah. So by her, hey Lizzie, by her coming on and being like, I'm not going to speak about things that have been released without people's consent, she's confirming that what has been spread is about Remy. Now, I will say, Lana, I agree, but I also disagree. Just because somebody posts something on social media, does that give people the right to dig into that person's life, use special programs to go dig and find their old Reddit account and share it, which also doxes that person by giving where they live, personal information, other personal private information. I did not watch HRH's video because I did not want to know what was in that video and what private information about Remy was being put out there because I didn't want to know. If I don't know, then there's no chance of me slipping up and spreading information that hasn't been publicly stated by Rosie or Remy themselves on her channel. Anything else is not my business. It's nobody's business. And I've made it clear in my last video that I don't agree with people digging up that information and sharing it and spreading it, sharing a picture, sharing all these old Reddit posts. I do not agree with it, and I will not have it on my channel. I don't think being a person on the internet gives other people the right to go digging in to your personal life to share that information. I don't think that's okay. I'm sure all of us have had a Facebook or an Instagram or something where we've shared pictures or things about ourselves before. Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it gives people the right to go digging in and trying to dig up shit and then spread it just to try to find a way to hurt somebody, just to try to hurt Rosie, try to hurt her relationship. Hey, Sammy in Brooklyn. Yeah. I mean, Rosie gave enough information that people could find him. I think the biggest thing was I think the biggest thing was finding him from Spotify, from Rosie Spotify. LaFay says, I clicked away fast once I realized it was deleted Reddit post. Yeah. Chocolate cake queef. I did see the stuff HRH read. Did someone actually show the restaurant they were at? That's scary. I think so. I think someone actually, I mean, we were joking around, looking around, trying to find it during our stream as well. Like, ooh, what restaurant is this? Um, I don't know what it is. It could be a macaroni grill, but I don't think it is. It's probably a local place wherever they are. Yeah, yeah. All of his Reddit stuff was deleted. You have to use a special app to to get his Reddit post. I think Britt says, I think the reason they went digging is because she poked the bear. She challenged the trolls, told them they lost the game. She underestimated them. She challenged them. Yeah, I think it was going to come out anyway, Britt. I think it is still a thing, Heather. I think people would have released it anyway, to be honest. I don't agree with what HRH did. I don't agree at all. I don't agree with the doxing that was done. And I doubt there's going to be any consequences. Yeah, I'm concerned about that kimono and coffee too. When I was watching this video, I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm very concerned for her health. Um, I didn't think I said anything he would be ashamed of. I don't know Chocolate Cake Queef because again, I have not watched it and I'm not going to. It's gone now because Rosie is privacy striking, and they have every right to. They have every right to privacy strike the videos. Um, I do know that one of his Reddit posts, he gives a location basically where he lives. He kind of gives the area. He talks about personal, private, family things in some of his Reddit posts. And that's not okay to have people go digging in and sharing those things. So I just don't, I just don't think that's okay to do. That's just a boundary that I personally have. Right, Chris? Just because somebody is in somebody's life, because I just think put yourself into Rosie's shoes, right? If if you are in a relationship with somebody, or you've been on the internet for a long time, these sorts of things, if somebody were to be like, well, you had a Facebook, I'm going to go dig into your Facebook and show pictures of your family, would you be okay with that? Probably not. So it's just, you've been rewatching The Tragic Life by Jen. Yeah. I'm just of the opinion, just because somebody is in the girl's life, and I've said this about Amber, I'll say it about Rosie, I think it about Foodie Beauty as well, any of the girls. Just because they're involved with somebody or somebody is in their life, it does not give us the right to go digging in to that person's life just because they're involved with one of the girls. Hey, Nikki, there are tornado warnings in Florida. There are storms in Florida. I think it's where Charlie lives, right? I mean, just because this guy decided to date Rosie. It doesn't give people the right to start sharing anything they've posted online. I don't agree with it. Hey Sky, how you feeling, hun? So, all that being said, let's watch Rosie's video. Yeah, storms just blew through my area. They're past me though, and they're on into Illinois and moving a little further east. Florida has tornado warnings. Texas has tornado warnings. We have snow coming in from the east, moving across Missouri. Minnesota's got hit by snow. We're going to have snow tonight. So, yeah, it's really weird weather. Very weird weather. So, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. All right, let's watch this. Yeah, Britt, I agree. I mean, it's sad that she has to do that. I think it's sad that the girls can't share their person they're with on the internet like most people can. Most people can be like, "Oh, this is my partner. This is who I'm seeing. We're going to the zoo. We're going here." I do think it's sad that the girls can't do that because of the way some people are in girl world. Um, and I think it's sad that it's come to that. But yeah, yeah, Nikki. I watched this before I scheduled my live, but no worries, Jenny. This won't be a very long live. We're just gonna watch this and then hop off because I'm still working. And I need to eat dinner. I wasn't planning on going live tonight, as you can tell by my attire. I usually have clothes on. Yeah, Chris. She can't keep anything to herself. She has no poker face. So, but let's go ahead and get into it. I am going to speed her up. We are going to put her at 1 point. We'll do 1.25. Oh, thank you, Sky. Revoked. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, welcome to me. I have a lot I need to say. First of all,
Those clothes are just a filter. Whose clothes are a filter? My clothes or Rosie's? Because neither one of us are wearing very many. Hey, shut the front door. Welcome to me.
I have a lot I need to
Hey,
say.
Oliver.
First of all,
My clothes? It's a tank top. Oh, my neck. Oh, I don't have clothes on. I do. I just. I don't have a. I don't have a shirt. Sleeves. She has the rings on again. Her hair is looking very, very greasy. And what I'm most concerned about. This is going to sound like I'm fat shaming and fat phobic, but it's the lack of a neck. I don't know. She's put on so much weight in the last year, just even in the last 6 months. It's very, very concerning. Very concerning.
excuse my appearance. I'm a little sweaty because I don't have a fan on me.
No, Zelfruit, this is sweat and oil.
First of all, excuse my appearance. I'm a little sweaty because I don't have a fan on me right now. And,
I'm a little sweaty because I don't have a fan on me right now. Yeah, she used to have a slight neck. She's absolutely at her heaviest again. Yeah. She's it's there's no neck. There's just chin. It's it's concerning. So, but yet you were wearing a hoodie yesterday. She always has to smell like the end of a camping trip. Ooh. It's really hard to not mention their weight because it's so concerning. Yeah, I think you might have seen the side by side that I posted, or that I had, Jennifer H. I know Nikki posted some of my Discord, but I made this one the other day. I made this from September 5th, and then this was just Wednesday of this week. It's very concerning. It's Yeah, I'm seriously concerned for her health. I am I'm concerned about all the girls and their health because I've mentioned before, and I know like I shouldn't put this onto the girls, but I had a half sister that was this big that passed away from being super morbidly obese. This is not good. Her body's organs can't take this much strain. It's concerning and it's scary. But she won't listen to her family. She won't listen to anybody. And right, Chris, because it's what gets her relationships. It's concerning. Attention, fix, and money are her life, right, Nikki? It's just it was a long time ago, Chocolate Cake Queef. I only met her a few times in my life, but she passed away when I was like 12 or 13. I was in my early teens, and her body just shut down. Um, her body just couldn't do it anymore, and she was in her mid 30s. She was in her mid to late 30s. I want to say she was maybe 36. So close to Amber and Rosie's ages. Hell's Eye Supply. My sister-in-law has stage 1 breast cancer. She's 5'2" and 450. Oh my goodness. That's close to Amber size. When she lays flat on her back, her whole chest slides up under her chin. I'm naturally busty, and it actually stopped my breathing. That's why you sit up to sleep. Yeah. Looking at her now, she's engorged. She can't get around. Yeah. Britt says, I want nothing more for her to find love and happiness, but if she doesn't get her life together, she's never going to date anyone who isn't going to fertilize her in some way. Yeah. It's sad and it's scary because just looking at her face in this picture, in this shot, it's just like, Rosie, please, please get your shit together. Do something, girl. I know I'm a reaction channel, but I do want to see you get better. I want to see you be a better person and be healthier. Because I care about people sometimes. Doesn't have cleavage, she has yardage. Does she even see what we see, though? Probably not.
Yeah, I just don't care, to be honest. There's a lot going on right now, and
I don't care that I'm sweaty and gross while visiting my boyfriend.
yeah, I just don't care, to be honest. There's a lot going on right now. Clearly, okay, so if you're not caught up today, you're gonna be like, oh, what's the new background? What's going on? Oh my god, yeah. So I'm in Texas visiting my boyfriend, and honestly, we're currently, I think, day 5 right now of me filming this, and honestly, I have so enjoyed being here. I am so happy to be here. I have been having such an incredible time pretty much almost majority off of my phone, except for when I've had to be, which is why I'm filming this right now and getting this up when I can. I needed to provide some.
I still, I still just don't know if she's having the best time and she's so happy. Maybe maybe she is just tired. Maybe she is just tired, but maybe she's under stress. She's real quiet. I have it turned up loud. Let me turn her up a little bit. Yeah. We know she's guarding the fridge like a pit bull. It's not even her fridge to guard. Yeah, I think this was filmed today. The way she says boyfriend makes you sad. Right, Heather? She's been letting herself go all week. I don't think she showered once. Maybe she has, because we don't see the tattoo residue anymore.
Updates to you guys. There will be no more lives. Getting this up when I can. I needed to provide some updates to you guys. There will be no more lives for the duration of my trip. And I want to make something very clear. This was my decision. I actually made it, honestly, without even really talking to Remy about it because of some stuff I'm about to get into. And I'm really sorry to any members that signed up wanting specifically member-only lives. My compromise, and I promise you, I have a good reason, and I'm going to get into it. But I promise you this, before I leave, there will be a members-only exclusive pre-recorded video up, and if I'm able to, I want to try to get one piece of content up to members-only first, and then make it public. I would like to. I'll be honest, this decision I am making, it's coming at a significant financial loss to me, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not, that's not my priority.
So, yeah. Hey Mars. No, not yet. Yeah, she's bailing on her paid members again. Right. Hey Long White Cloud. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she promised her members only content while she is in Texas. But because of what's been released, then she's not going to go live. She did the same thing with Patreon. She did the same thing with Twitch. People paid to be members of her Patreon, and she didn't give them Patreon members only content. She ended up uploading it to YouTube also. Now she's monetized again on YouTube, and she's like, oh, we're going to have members only content, and now she's reneging on that again. Oh, thank you, Mars. She's just, you have members paying to support you, and they want the members only content that you've promised them, and then you don't deliver. Hey, Saban Nation. It's a slap into the face to people that actually supported you and still support you. It's just, things have already been released. Things are already out there, Rosie. You've put in the privacy strikes and had them removed. Just carry on with your life and at least give them some sort of members only content. But you're not doing anything. It'll be the exact same fucking thing, just in a different kitchen. Because you're not doing anything. We've already seen his kitchen. You could still do your members only, oh, I'm going to make quiches for everybody and give everybody food poisoning. You can still do that. But you're going to punish the people that support you because of a few bad people. Because of a few people that decided to release content. Decided to dox Remy. She doesn't even do bare minimum. You never got a refund on any of her platforms, Mel? Hey, Xanax. I don't get her being this unkempt while visiting someone. I understand having a hard time with self-care. I don't enjoy showers, but being clean and put together is a form of showing respect to others. Right? She could Uber somewhere else during the day while Rim's in classes and nobody would know his location. No more than they already do, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, and then she's like, oh, I'm doing this at a great financial loss to me. It's going to be an even greater financial loss whenever your members are like, you don't give a shit about your members or giving the content that you promised to give us. It's all about her and what she's losing and how how she's affected. She doesn't give a shit about anybody else. She gave out a little bit of information, Jennifer, but everything else, people had to go dig for it. People had to look for his information. I don't have his information because I didn't go fucking look for it. It's as simple as that. I was given the exact same information from Rosie as everybody else. I don't have this private information about Remy because I chose to not go look for it and then upload and make videos and spread it and share it in various public platforms. They could have made the exact same decision that I made. Oh, Rosie has a boyfriend. She's talking about him a little bit. Okay, whatever. I'm just going to watch Rosie and we're going to let her do whatever she wants to do. Right? Anything else is not my fucking business. Hey, Vicky. It's alright, Mills. We're good. What? Ah. She told me I would have to get a hold of YouTube myself for a refund. Um. Oh, yeah. I think you could do that. Hey, Maggie Love. Did I say hi, Vicky? Hi, Vicky. Hi, LaFay. Did I say hi to everyone? I'm sorry if I didn't. Hello, everyone. But I mean, yeah. People chose to go to her Spotify and look for Remy. People chose to go try to find his information on Reddit. Oh, it's been deleted. People chose to find a way to get that deleted information. And then people chose to make videos exposing and doxing this man and then sharing this information. These are all choices that people made on their own. Rosie did not give us this information. People had to make these choices to go find it. So I'm not going to blame Rosie for that. I mean, yeah, they can go look it up and be curious and be like, "Oh, I want to see this guy." Okay. But then they make the choice to share it and share it publicly and do all these things. Right? I have private information about Amber's girlfriend, Tommy. I have lots of private information about her because I looked up court records because of the incident with her ex that held her at Pew Pew Point. I have that information. I have private information about Amber Lynn's mother because I have her entire criminal record because I made 2 videos debunking the whole service animal thing. I have not shared that personal private information that I have about these people because it's not my place to. I've only shared things that were public to make my point that I needed to make in my videos. But people that look for this information and then share it, you don't have to share it. Right? So I understand people being like, well, Rosie shouldn't have shared this. Rosie didn't share it, right? People chose to go look up this information. I will defend Rosie on that. People can disagree with me. That's your choice. We all have opinions, right? What chocolate cake queef? Is she super mad? Oh wait, that was the wrong chocolate cake. What chocolate cake queef? There's too many chocolate cakes. Um uh there was a whole thing with Amber Lynn's mom, people saying that she killed a service animal. I have 2 other videos about that on my channel. You can go look it up. Um Vicky says, I didn't look into anything for once. I just watched that one channel. Yeah, I will right now, I will say that I do not agree with HRH uploading that video and doxing it. I do not agree with that behavior. I saw on my Discord a couple of things that apparently HRH said in that video, and I don't agree with it at all. I think it is shit behavior, and I think it's not good to do. Don't be doxing people. Just because Rosie is a shitty person, it doesn't give people the right to dig into somebody that she's dating. Right? That's my thought on it. Well, HRH's video is taken down, and Rosie's going to tell us here in a bit, but she has been privacy striking videos. And I honestly can't say that I blame her. I just, well, we'll get to it here. I have a bit of a history with her, and she's a very I don't give a fuck about your feelings because it's funny type of person. Who Vicky? I'm sorry, I'm not sure who the her is. Hey CCB, not the HRH. I don't know a lot about her, but I know things about her now, just based on the videos and things that she said. It's like that comment earlier, Vicky, do unto you, but not unto thee mentality. Yeah. Chris, I won't watch it because there's a thin line between wanting to react to Rosie and involving other people in her life, right? And right, Tremorhoffen, it gives her more, just like the email back during Levi's birthday, it gives her the chance to play the victim.
My priority is the safety for me and like people that I love and care about. So as you guys know, I went live. Well, if you've been watching, you know I went live before this trip, and I talked about how I just knew something was being coordinated. I didn't know the exacts, but I had enough information.
People, nobody's been coordinated things. I think it was one person. Mel Salty Chicken. Remember her talking about that email from a certain someone during Levi's birthday when she was making his dinner? She received the email from someone saying that they were saying, we're going to interview your alleged rapist. Tell Levi happy birthday. And then she rode that sympathy train for 2 months. That whole thing. So, I mean, people... No, Sammy. I mean, people saying, I think she does want everyone to know about him. I think the thing is, when you're in a new relationship, you want to share your love with the world, right? I think it's cringy coming from Rosie, but you want the world to be like, look, I'm so in love. Look at our love. Look how happy we are. Um, and that's perfectly natural. But I will say, anything that she shared about Remy was not enough to dox him, right? Because even if you're protecting your loved one's privacy, how many people share their relationships on Facebook? How many people post pictures of them and their partner out to dinner or somewhere on Instagram? Does that give other people the right to go digging into your partner? I don't think so. Hey, Minion Obsessed Mama. Hey, Chris. Yeah, she never corrected the record on that, Chris. She never corrected the record on where that information came from. Nikki, double fucking standard much. Who? What? Yeah, she's not new to the internet. I know Rosie's a volatile character. I just don't agree with anybody having their private information and people being doxxed. I think people should be able to share their life online if they want to and not have people go digging in to things and then doxing them. That's my opinion. Does it happen? And it's probably going to happen? Yeah. And if you're worried if you're worried that it's going to happen, then you need to keep that information to yourself, unfortunately. So, it's it shouldn't have to be that way, but unfortunately it is. Yeah, Britt, she even says in this video, you all are obsessed. Right.
To know that something was going to happen while I was here, and here we are. I will not be going into explicit detail about parts of it because
Nikki T, it's just crazy how some people are not okay with one thing but fine with others. You see, I like to have this thing called integrity. Same energy for all for me. Yeah. Do I think people should make fun of Remy and his sexuality? But he knew this was a possibility, unfortunately. I don't think anybody should be made fun of for their sexuality. What are you talking about? Nobody needs to be made fun of for their sexuality. Oh, shouldn't. Okay. I was like, hold up, Jennifer. It may be a typo. Damn computers. Yeah.
I will not be commentating on any information that was garnered, sourced, farmed through very invasive means. I am not going to be bullied into a face reveal. You can go fuck yourself on that front. We are
right, Princess Pirate Pickle Pants. It's never a good typo. It's always a typo that makes you look like a douche. That's how typos work. Hey, Haley. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. See, Minion Obsessed Mama, I disagree. She didn't give a whole lot of information about him. A 6'2" green-eyed emo goth boy in Texas. I'm sure there's a lot of those in Texas. But they were linked on Spotify. And people went to Rosie's Spotify and found him through her Spotify. So you have to go look. You don't have to look. It's just, I disagree with the choices that people have made. Right? He's just a dude living in Texas who happens to like Rosie. That doesn't give us the right to go digging into this dude's life and sharing things that he's posted online, private things. It's just not okay.
Honest to God, like I'm having an incredible time with him, and given the amount of information that has been happening, I have filed some privacy strikes. I will continue to file privacy strikes. I will not stop filing any privacy strikes that include any images, any personal details of which that were not published by me, any video.
Right. She did say that she was on his family plan, right? She probably shouldn't have said that. People were like, oh, and they went and found him, right? But again, just because people go find this information doesn't mean they have to share it.
That have any of that kind of information, please feel free to forward me that information so I can continue to file more privacy strikes. Or I guess we technically, but he is a private person. And he wants to be involved in my life, and he wants to be involved in my content to the degree that he is comfortable doing, because he loves me and he wants to be a part of my life.
I mean, that's his only mistake, right? His only mistake is wanting to be with Rosie, right? That's his only mistake. But this gives her the opportunity to lash out and make herself the victim again in this situation. All this does is gives Rosie the chance to perpetuate her victim complex and add another fucking trauma to her list of traumas. That's all this does. It's all it fucking does. Right, Nikki? At the end of the day, Rosie doesn't care. She loves being the victim again. Like with Corby the first night. She gave way too much information about Corby. Way too much information about Corby. I can't stand the performative way she says and. Hey, Michigan 2026. Oh, yeah, they are in love. Wedding bells are a ringing. Yeah. It does the same thing that it does for Amber. It gets to make her a victim, and then it draws the attention away from Rosie's actual bad behaviors. It puts the target on other people and off of Rosie, and pulls the attention away from Rosie's bad behavior and things that she does to people and how negatively she treats people. Yeah, we'll get to it. Hush, Miss T, we're not there yet. Shh. I think the greasy hair is just because she doesn't wash her fucking hair. I don't think she's depressed. I don't know if maybe she's having issues using his shower. Yes, Zellfruit Maggie is here. Britt, I think it's sponge baths and dry shampoo. I have to agree with you, Britt. Nikki says, if the guy was a weird creep like Jeff, maybe this would be more acceptable. But also, Rosie did send out numerous challenges, so I'm like, it is what it is, but I'm not going to be talking about it. Maybe he doesn't have a removable shower head. Yeah. He can get a bucket, fill a bucket with water, and dump it over her head. Oh, thank you, Xanax. You all seem to really like my hair being down. No wonder she's so prissy. I would be too if I couldn't wash my hair.
And he wants to be involved in my life, and he wants to be involved in my content to the degree that he is comfortable doing, because he loves me and he wants to be a part of my life and my world, and he doesn't want to change that, and neither do I. But we are going to do things a bit differently. And
oh, thank you, Chris. Goodness. Y'all are gonna make me blush. If you are too weak to wash your hair, mix shampoo and water in a spray bottle. Wet your hair under the shower head, spray, then rinse off. Done. Easy. And you can do it sitting down. Yeah. She could even ask him for help, I guess. I mean, I would rather ask my partner for help washing my hair if I couldn't do it than look like a nasty, greasy, gross, sweaty ass mess. Oh, you all are too sweet. I need to go about 5 days without washing it and I can look all greasy. Or I can go get a massage from my massage therapist and get the hot oil scalp massage, and I can look all oily. Hey, silly little kitties, welcome in. And both Britt and Chris, like, yeah, you've watched my hair before. Yeah.
I'm really, really grateful to say that we are more than good. Honestly.
We're more than good. She's a little smug there.
We are more than good.
Yeah, so it's you guys thought you were going to get to us, and you couldn't. Don't you dare do greasy hair. I couldn't. I would feel so gross. Don't think she can do the sink. Yeah, well, so if his sink has like a removable spray nozzle on it, she could do that. But yeah, when you have plastic surgery, your husband had to wash your hair. He better not be hitting sweaty kitty cat. Oh. Yeah, she could use. That's what I was saying earlier. He could like get a bucket and like pour it over her, or if she's not able to bend down or use it, she can get a cup and get water in a fucking cup and splash water on herself or something. Probably uses dry shampoo in that. Oh, Princess Pirate Pickle Pants. Yeah, Long White Cloud. We were just talking about that. How. Oh, I'm sorry, Maggie Love. Miss T, someone thought I was Rosie on Twitter today, telling me I am beautiful. I had to set that fool straight. Oh, Miss T.
Honestly. And I'm not going to let hateful, bigoted people
So she has to make sure to get that in there. It sounds like people are coming at him for being bisexual. She has shared this before. She has shared before they are both queer.
The fact that I'm gonna say this, and I may or may not edit it out, because what's so frustrating is these things that are being dissected are genuinely like innocent nothing burger posts that are just making fun of someone, like sharing parts of themselves on an anonymous website that honestly, like, there's nothing wrong with anything being said. It's just information that can be weaponized by malicious people. And to sit there and use someone's sexuality against them, when I mean I have stated on this channel that I am bisexual and he is bisexual and we're both queer people in like a hetero presenting relationship, you know, like, so for this to become like a bigoted thing is really fucking gross. Like, let's sit there for a second.
I would agree that is gross if it's happening. Again, I have not seen the video that Not the HRH put out. I have not seen it. I don't know what people are saying on Twitter. I don't know what any other reaction channels have been saying. I've only watched Nikki the last couple of days. So I don't know where this is coming from, to be honest. I don't know where the bigotry is coming from. Did HRH make fun of his sexuality? I do not know, Jennifer. I did not watch the video. It maybe in comments. Yeah, half of us are women or gay men, right? Or like lesbians. I think half of Girl World is part of the queer community. So I don't know where the bigotry is coming from. Vicky says, I made fun of him for his language choices, which I won't repeat. Thank you, Vicky. I've had to remove that multiple times that you've put in my chats. But you've yet to see a single person make fun of him for being queer. Sky Fury, we're at least a third gay. I mean, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure there are some bigots in Girl World. I have seen people make comments towards Amber before. So I personally don't, I have not seen any of this. But this seems like she's conflating something else. We know that Rosie has a habit of twisting narratives, changing the story, right? To make herself or somebody else the victim. So this could be a situation here. I personally have not seen this, and none of you have seen this anywhere, unless it was possibly in comments on Not the HRH's video. So I don't think anybody cares that he's bisexual, right? I don't think anybody cares about whether he wants to sleep with men or women. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. A lot of the community is gay or queer in some fashion. So I think this is her trying to throw homophobia into it, which I don't think exists. Yeah, to victimize herself. To victimize Remy. I personally haven't seen this myself. But again, I've only seen a couple of things. And that would be Nikki's. Because this has just happened over the weekend. I've only seen things that Nikki has uploaded. And I've only spoken to people in my Discord. So. And nobody in my Discord is homophobic. Or biphobic. Or anything. Any phobic.
I might edit this out. Again, I don't know. But there's just so much that I'm having to come to terms with.
Oh my god, Rosie. This is going to look like I'm fat shaming and body shaming. But girl, look at this hump. Please. Please take care of yourself. Jesus. Britt says, the problem isn't with their sexuality. It's not about her being fat. It's about her. People don't like her. And I'm sorry, but there's a lot of reasons why people wouldn't like her. Absolutely, Britt. LaFay says, I have a husband and I'm pan. Lots of people are queer in our community. Oh, yeah.
Like, coming to terms with all this has just been very, very difficult. When I did the live, like my first live in this kitchen, and when Remy came home, people were like kind of clocking that like I seemed weird and that things seemed off, and they were, not because of us. I was hiding the fact that the day before that, someone called a wellness check on me to my home in Florida.
Why would somebody have called a wellness check to your home in Florida the day before when you were obviously in Texas? I haven't seen Mean Girls, Vicky. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. I don't know why anybody would do that. Because for one, I mean, her address has been doxed on Kiwi Farms, so her address is out there. But I don't know who, well, I don't know why anyone would send a wellness check to her house when she's not there. People know that she's not there. And people like Levi. People wouldn't do that to Levi. None of this makes a bit of sense. Because the day before she was live from Texas. None of this makes sense. Yeah, I haven't seen Mean Girls. Minion Obsessed Mama, when you say Vicky, I get so confused because that's your real name too. Oh my gosh! There's too many people with the same names. Okay, how about chocolate cake incident will be Cake Vicky. And you can be Minion Vicky. Kimono and coffee. I don't know what I am. I've only ever been with cis men, but I always find women attractive. Then you may not be straight, honey. Kinda attracted to Libby, to be fair. Oh, honey, I am sorry for you for that. I don't know. I don't know why you would be attracted to me, honey. I really don't. Yeah, Nikki. I didn't want to say it, Nikki, because I didn't want to bring him up, but I think that's what she's implying. Hey, Ilya. How you doing, bud? Carmina. I'm sorry. Who's Carmina? People keep saying the name Carmina, but I don't know whose actual name is Carmina. And Vicky got cake. Cake Vicky. If someone called in to check, can they do that anonymously? Yes, Celestial Mystique. You can call in wellness checks anonymously. And I have cake for real, girl. Me too. Hey, Napa girl. And I wish I had cake. Kimono is Carmina. Okay, thank you. Me too. What, Britt? You've only ever been with cis men, but you find women attractive? And women are attractive. Women are gorgeous. But I'm a lesbian, so. She's been here longer. Just call me Minion Vicky. She can just be Vicky. You don't know Florida, but you can't do that here. So I know. So again, not to overshare my personal life, but my sister, um, was going to take a nap. She wasn't feeling well. And one of her coworkers that had her address called in a wellness check. So, since one of her coworkers called in the wellness check to the police in the city where my sister lived and where my brother lives, the police went to my sister's house to check. Now, since my brother was our sister's uh, emergency contact through work, my sister's work called my brother and said, "Hey, we can't get a hold of Wanda. We've called in a wellness check. We wanted to let you know so you can go check as well if you want." So then the police went over to our sister's house. You can call in wellness checks anonymously, at least in my state, in Missouri, but you have to have the address. As far as I know, you have to have the address. It's possible if you had a name in an area, they could find the address. I mean, it's the police. But I don't know why anybody would do this, knowing damn good and well that Rosie is in Texas. I don't know why anybody would do that to Levi. Because everybody fucking loves Levi. So I don't know why she would say this. This is a really weird fucking thing to make up. It's wasting police resources to do that. And it's going to scare the fuck out of Levi. No, minion obsessed mama. My sister had passed away. She had died. But I don't know why she would make this up unless now it's to also be like, you're fucking with my brother. So it just doesn't make sense. You're watching. Hey, Empress, welcome in. Is she sinister enough to call the wellness check herself to actually mess with Levi? I don't think she would. I don't like those prank wellness checks that they did with Shani and Rev a million times. I think women are gorgeous too, but I'm completely boringly straight. But women are gorgeous, but they terrify me. They make me so anxious and insecure. I don't know how to approach people, but especially women. Girl, me too. Me too. You think she's making it up? I'm demisexual and pan in a heterosexual relationship. Yeah, everybody fucking loves Levi. She's looking for anything that smells like coordinated attack. Right. Right. That's what it seems like she's trying to do here. No, they didn't call the house. So to call in a wellness check, you call the police. And you ask them to do a wellness check. So like I've joked before that if you all don't hear from me for a couple of days in Discord or something, contact Heather in Discord because Heather has my address. I've made that joke before. But if I were like to not sign into work or something, I'm sure my coworkers would do that. But it's Sherma Hoffman, I have called in what you call a wellness check about an elderly neighbor of my mom's who wasn't seen or heard from in a week. And they asked for my name, relation. Yeah, I don't know if you have to give. I don't know if you have to give information. You think you're Demi Two Sky? I think a lot of people are. Um, but the thing is, see, so many queer people in the community. Hey, Gigi. Right, Jennifer. Hey, Heather. Yeah, there's Heather. If you guys don't hear from me for a few days, reach out to Heather. Or Maggie, even. Maggie has my phone number. You can also reach out to Maggie. One of them will be able to try to get a hold of me or something. It just. I. 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 I have to press X to doubt on this, right? And right, Jennifer, I thought Rosie stopped watching reaction videos. How does she know people saw she wasn't happy? Exactly. Exactly. It's just I have a hard time believing that anybody
Off, and they were like kind of cocking that like I seemed weird, and that things seemed off, and they were not because of us. I was hiding the fact that the day before that, someone called a wellness check on me to my home in Florida. They timed it right when my brother got home from work.
they timed it right when my brother got home from work. How do they know Levi's work schedule? They don't know Levi's work schedule. Maybe it was a neighbor. Maybe it was a neighbor that got concerned because they hadn't seen your ass out by the pool or something. Carmina says, I'm definitely sapiosexual. I was on a date with Jack Tembo the other day, and despite him being hot, I just had to end it after entrees. Oh. Yeah, how do you time a wellness check? You don't. The police will usually do it as quickly as they can. It's just. No, they don't. You don't time it. Yeah, made to cover her. Did I say hi, BJ? Welcome, BJ. Neighbors haven't heard her yelling, right? We haven't smelled awful food coming out of the kitchen. Wait, her eyes are brown. It's just, none of this makes a lick of sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. I mean, my autistic brother, they put him in a situation with the police. I mean, the thing is, people could go into Levi's Twitch and ask him, but the neighbors called the cops when she was parked in front of her house. They did, allegedly, whenever she was there with Corby. You called a wellness check on someone in California. It took them 2 hours to get there. Jeez. I mean, that is California. Yeah, it's gonna make them ask Levi. Right, Occam's razor. The simplest answer solution is probably the right one. Right, and we have no way to confirm this without asking Levi. And if Pawpaw or Rosie are in his chat, they're probably going to delete it. Don't miss my whole state. Well, the thing is, She said she hadn't left her house for months. So not seeing her outside isn't anything weird. Yeah, and there's no way to time it. None of this makes any sense, Rosie. None of it. It
And I was trying to operate business as usual. So the vibes were weird because I was uncomfortable. And
I don't think the vibes were weird because of this supposed wellness check. Maybe they were concerned by the lack of presence in the home. But they know that Levi is there, and they know that Levi works. The neighbors know that Levi is there. So I don't know why a neighbor would call in a wellness check, to be honest, because they know Levi is in the home. And they see him leaving and going to work. It's the lack of DoorDash showing up at her door 4 times a day. Well, but again, Levi's there. Levi's in the home. So I just don't know. She's not a 550-pound woman living at home by herself. They know that her brother, they know that it's these two people living in the house together. And they've seen one of those people coming and going. The other person they allegedly haven't seen for days. I mean, Levi has days off from work. I mean, maybe Levi is really bad about bringing packages in. Here's the possibility. Maybe Levi is really bad about checking the mail and bringing in packages. He is autistic. He may have ADHD. I don't know, but he is autistic. Maybe he's really bad at bringing in packages or checking the mail. Maybe the neighbor noticed there were packages on the porch from a few days, and maybe the mail hadn't been checked. And maybe they hadn't noticed any coming or going from the house. So maybe a neighbor called in a wellness check. That is a possibility. But it wouldn't be anybody in the community. You would have to give a convincing reason. I think so, yeah. PJ Puck, I'm great at checking packages, wink wink. Amazon called it in. Yeah. It's just, yeah. Yeah, Levi is the one that I believe is on the home lease. Right. Maybe she's pulling something because he's going home. She could be going home early. She says she's not. They would notify Levi. Who would notify Levi? Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that I could think of if a wellness check did get called in, that maybe it was a neighbor. They saw maybe packages, mail. Taylor, good lord, Levi was at work. Maybe a neighbor came over, knocked on the door, doesn't know that Rosie is gone, is thinking, oh no, Levi's at work. His 500 and something plus pound sister is home alone and she hasn't answered the door. I'm going to call in a wellness check. Right? Maybe that's a possibility. You think Taylor did this? Yeah, I mean that's the only thing. Carmina says, the more I think about it, the more I'm convinced she is leaving Texas but doesn't want to admit it and has to go dark instead of bruising her ego. Right, Cece, that's what I'm saying. That's not the community doing it. It's possible that a neighbor called it in, but she's trying to garner sympathy and be like, oh, you people called in a wellness check whenever you knew damn good and well that I was in Texas because I went live the day before. It's just her, if it did happen, and that's a really big fucking if, I don't think it would have been anybody in the community. Miss T, a lot of people call the cops willingly. You know, it's her trying to push blame onto other people and making herself a victim in a situation where it's not the case.
Honestly, I've just been trying to find the compromise of like going live a few times while I'm here and then moving on. And, you know, because I'm finally monetized, I can finally help my family. And so again, it's like, and like we need it.
I'm finally monetized. That can help my family. But unless she explains what the wellness check was about, because the police will say they were concerned because XYZ, then I bet it was a neighbor. Right, Chris? If there was a wellness check, it was probably a neighbor, in my opinion. Um, and she's just trying to use it to garner sympathy, to make it sound like she's being harassed, right? But now she's not doing lives. The new job, she has to do an interview. She was called about an interview. Right, Miss T? Well, I mean, people do swatting all the time, Miss T. I mean, there's all that swatting shit that people do. Right, helping her family. I can finally help my family. But you're not promising anything to your members. Let me not work. Yeah, Chris, that's the only thing that I can think of is that they're like, Levi's maybe really bad about bringing stuff in off the porch and doesn't bring in packages for a few days. And the neighbor knocks, nobody answers because Levi's at work and nobody answers the door, and so they call in a wellness check. That's the only thing that I can think of. Right? Right, BJ, but I'm saying that people do call the police the troll. That was my point in bringing up swatting.
And then moving on, weird because I was uncomfortable. And honestly, I've just been trying to find the compromise of like going live a few times while I'm here and then moving on. And, you know, because I'm finally monetized, I can finally help my family.
Hey, gas station chick, or she did it herself. I don't know if Rosie would do that to possibly put her brother in that situation. Um, yeah, a wellness check if she was home would be the way to go. Exactly, Chris. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think people would do that to Levi. Right? Levi's coming in through the garage. He's not checking the front porch, and he's probably really bad at checking the mail. It's not a swatting story, BJ. It's a wellness check. These are two very, very different things. I was just pointing out because Miss T said that a troll's not going to call the police, and I was saying, well, people do swatting, and that's calling the police. Yeah, I don't think she would do that to Levi. I don't think Rosie would do that. I think if there was a wellness check, either she's making it up, which is a weird thing to make up, or a neighbor did it. I get mail all the time, Trimmerhoffen. A lot of it's junk mail. Yeah, her head's looking big.
And so again, it's like, and like we need it. And so again, it's like,
we need the money, which means you need to be making fucking content. You need to be doing what you promised your members. Oh, make sure you join the memberships Because I'm going to be doing members only lives from Texas. Make sure you join memberships. I'm going to be doing members only. And now she's not delivering on that. And people probably joined her memberships so they could see her members only lives from Texas.
Coming at a personal financial loss for me, and it sucks.
It's a loss for me, not that I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to promise the content that I wanted to make for you. It's I'm going to lose money.
And hi Cleo.
Yeah, I got a
so
bunch
it's
of mail
just
today too.
I'm gonna enjoy my trip, and there will be vlogs. But I
Okay,
want
we're
to
gonna
make it
get
very,
vlogs.
very clear. I've seen every post. I've seen everything. I've known about a lot of this since the end of January.
This poking and prodding has been happening for a good minute. I'm sure it has. So she's saying that she's known about this. Are you not in the U.S., Trimmerhoffen? I'm going to assume you're not in the U.S. because we get a lot of junk mail in America.
These
Think that heaven is not an evil minute. Chris is getting angry. You've got memberships and you have ad revenue on your current content. Shut the fuck up about losing money, right? Yeah, she's saying that she's known about people looking into information about Remy. That's what she's saying she's known about. She's known about it's like, she's saying that she's known about people digging into looking up info on Remy is what she's saying here. I get that too, Taylor.
very clear. I've seen every post.
I get things people offering to buy my house all the time.
I've seen everything. I've known about a lot of this since the end of January. These people have been sitting on this information and waiting
Right,
to
Britt?
release it and use. And again, it's like at this point, between like the wellness check.
You're not in the U.S. and I have a shiny little no junk mail plug on your mailbox. Yeah, I don't think that would work. I get Jehovah's Witnesses mail, Lizzie. She's mad because the reactors are getting more views off her content than she is. Yeah. She makes me so mad with this grifting, like, get a job. Yeah,
and everything else.
I agree.
And everything that's happened since back in December. Like,
she alienates.
What I need people.
She alienates so much of her community. How many people just. How many. Okay, I have 78 people viewing. How the fuck did that happen? Welcome to everybody lurking that's not in the chat. I want to do a poll. Are you an ex-row, as Nikki calls you all? We're gonna use Nikki's term. I think Nikki's at work, and it's gonna be a yes or a no. Hey, Anna. I want to know how many people used to be fans of Rosie and are no longer fans of Rosie that are watching right now. Lizzie, Nikki needs to come back. I need my comfort, Aussie. I know. I need Nikki to come back too. I need to hear her soothing voice when I go to bed tonight. Okay, we're going to do this poll. I want to see how many people used to be fans of Rosie and are no longer and watch her content through other people. Because if you look at her older content, so many people have been blocked or just not there anymore. I haven't seen Joanna Freedom in her chats in forever. One of her mods. And then a couple other people. I haven't seen these people in her chats in forever. She alienated Salma. Salma, one of her mods, gone. Why, no, not a fan of Rosie, but a fan of Rosie now after watching this option. Not an option. You can't blame me, Taylor. Napa Girl, I saw her from watching ZM reaction to her trying to do some kind of hot dog hack. Joanna got dragged pretty bad for hanging out in Roz's chat. Joanna Freedom was one of her mods. Why'd she get dragged? The only original mod left is Nashi. Christine Swift was a big one who's gone. Seems like Mel Salty Chicken is an expat. Yes, Mel's is an ex-row. She is welcome here and in all of our communities. Hey, Black Moon Lilith. I wasted potential if I didn't say hi to you guys. You found her in her weight loss era. Well, that backfired. I found... Hi, Magnolia, PhD. I found Rosie from Tiny Blue Anthropologist for Pulpy. Hey, Mama Llama. All right, we got 40 votes. That's good enough. That's about 50% people voting. Let's end the poll. Let's see, a lot of you found her through reaction channels, it seems like. Only 28% of you are ex-Rose. She is hot-headed, a victim, money chaser, paranoid, and blocks away to many. I would never follow her for those reasons. Yeah. Found her from Pulpy. Okay. So it seems like a lot of you just found her through reaction channels, but there are quite a few people that were fans of her, it looks like, that left. More no from Girl World. I was posted on Reddit. Was I? Huh. Where was I posted on Reddit? Vicky says, I found Rosie through a giant open Discord server full of assholes. I got tired of their shit and decided to help her. It didn't take long before I figured her out. Things before Zach. Remember her auditioning to be a new girl, and I think Yaba reacted to it. I found Tiny Blue, who mentioned AYE. Oh, and Rosie sub. Oh. Who posted me there? Was it you, Vicky? Oh, Blackcurrant. Who's Blackcurrant? Who are you? Oh, it was you, Long White Cloud. Yeah, that's fine. I was just thinking somebody was posting me all over Reddit. Yeah, no, I'm in I'm in that Discord, Long White Cloud. It's fine. I just didn't know that I'd been posted there. No, you're fine. You're fine, Long White Cloud. I'm in the Discord. So, I just don't post very often. Who are you? Yeah, Rosie, I think a lot of people were hoping that Rosie was going to be different. And she's not. Hey, Empress, get those chickums.
from like Grow World to understand is when I say this, I'm not talking about the entirety of the reaction community. And I've said this before, I think in my last live. There's a section of people that hide within Grow Worlds that use it as a cover to cyberstalk. What is happening right now is cyberstalking, and at this point it's gang cyberstalking, which unfortunately isn't the first time I've experienced this. And this goes beyond reaction content. This goes beyond making fun of me, thinking we're cringy. I guess at least the one bright side to this is this confirms the conspiracy theory that he's fucking 21 instead of 25, wherever the fuck that came from, is, not true. At least that's been kind of settled. Because
this angle is a choice. It's very distracting. Oh, no. No, Lizzie was talking to me along White Cloud. No, you're fine. We love a biology nerd. Brett says, we told her from the beginning not to make that foodie call out if she didn't want to be in Gora World, but Rosie does. It's... She was never clear about his age. She was very cagey about his age. Is his age our business? No, it's really not. But she could have just been like, yeah, he's 25. Right? Yeah, it's the glow in the dark sheets, and it's... And the fact that he's a college student, right? It's just... It's stupid. But she's... Yeah, that whole foodie video... The whole foodie thing where she was blaming foodie for, like, triggering her having a binge. But then later with, like, her own content, she's like, you're responsible for your own behavior. If my content triggers you, then don't watch it. Well, you just went on a whole rant like a year or so ago about foodie. No, he's 25. So I think she's saying that all this information coming out about him proves that he is 25 years old. Yeah, she used to make videos talking about... Well, plus, she used to do the Amber live stream recaps as well. Right, Britt? I showed you all my office the other day. I have fucking comic books. Like 6,000 comic books. I have Funko Pops. I have Legos. I'm 46 fucking years old. But it just went back up a bit.
I guess at least the one bright side to this is this confirms the conspiracy theory that he's fucking 21 instead of 25, wherever the fuck that came from, is, not true. At least that's been kind of settled. Because, being called a predator and shit because I'm in a relationship with an age gap with someone who I met when he was 25 is fucking weird. Like, people are being insane. They are making up shit and stating it as fact, and everyone's just believing them.
I don't agree if people just make up things and are spreading misinformation and spreading lies. I don't agree with that. People do that everywhere. People need to chill. I also don't agree with doxing. But given the community that Rosie knows that she's a part of, it's sad, but she has to do this. People have called her a predator, Vicky. People have. I've heard it from people.
Alarming. And so, at this point, I'm rambling a little bit. Again, I don't know how much of this I'm going to edit out, but I kind of want to circle back for a second. I'm definitely gonna have a members only exclusive video up in the next week or so.
I will give you one video. Be grateful for what I give you, my peasants.
To make up for the fact that for my safety, I cannot go live.
What do you mean for your fucking safety? People already know where you are. You're in his kitchen. People already know, well, I don't know where you are, but some people already know where you are. It's like a 10-year age gap. He's getting ready to turn 26 and she is 34. So it's a 8.5 age gap. 8.5 year gap. So she can't go live for her safety because then people will know where she is. So people already know you're in his apartment. Right? People already know you're in his apartment. You can go live from his kitchen and do your cooking streams like you planned on doing. But no, now you're not even going to do that.
And I'm genuinely sorry.
No, you're not.
I wish I could change it. To the people who paid, the people who support me.
Did they rewrite the You Made It board? No, it looks the same. Hi, Common Sense. No, it looks the same.
I appreciate you, and I am sorry.
Hi, Tiffany. Jennifer Garcia. I don't think I could date a 25-year-old at 34. I will say, when I was 25, I dated a 34-year-old woman for, friends with benefits, with a 34-year-old woman for a couple of months. I don't think it's that odd, personally. Yeah, she only makes eye contact when eating. Zalfruit. Damn, Libby, I thought this was my chance. What do you mean this was your chance? Imagine this behemoth coming over to your kitchen for live streaming. Well, let's not call her a behemoth. You need to go home or get a motel room. It's not, I don't think it's. At 25 years old, you can be done with college and out starting your career. Everybody's going to be different. At 25, are you young? Yes. But you're an adult. You can be out in the world working a job, being a professional at 25 years old. You can also be in like graduate school or finishing a degree. I don't think it's that. I personally, and this is just me, I personally don't have an issue with their age difference, but that's just me. Everybody has their own opinions and their own experiences. Carmina, I dated a 39-year-old when I was 25. It lasted a few years. It was cool. I think it depends on life experience. Yeah. She's twisting this to sad. It's not. Chris, she has the emotional capacity of a 25-year-old. She does. If you were sorry, you'd give refunds, pause memberships. Britt, I think it's double standard to think women shouldn't date younger men, date younger, but men do it all the time. I agree with that, Britt. Look at all the fucking celebrities dating like people like 10 their age. Lizzie Leo can get the fuck out with dating under 25, right? Lizzie, I'm gonna be hot when I'm 25. Girl. The excess oil is a skin emulsifier. Your parents are 19 years apart. Yeah. The imbalance of power is because he is a fan and younger, but mostly the fan part. I don't know. I don't know if I would consider him a fan, to be honest. I don't believe he um I don't believe he's watched her content. He seemed to have just found her through one of her podcast interviews. Kimono and Coffee says, my SL is 27 and I'm 42. Go ahead, you can judge me. I don't know what SL means, Kimono and Coffee. Weren't you just on a date the other day? Hello, Mag. Age cap discourse is unhinged. People tried to cancel Patrick Stewart because he's in his 80s and his wife is about 50. They met when she was in her 40s. Yeah, I don't care. Sneaky link. Oh, is that like friends with I don't know if I've heard that before. Is that like a friends with benefit, just a hookup? But still dating others for long-term potential. So just a friend with benefit. Am I old? Is FWB not really a thing anymore? Okay. She's just been weird with young people, and I'm not going to call her a predator, but she's maybe uncomfortable. Okay. You're not old. I'm not old. I love that you all tell me that I'm not old, and I appreciate that. I know that I'm not like old, but I mean compared to a lot of you in my chat, I'm middle aged. All right, but
I may get one piece of pre-recorded content up.
Nepa girl, you're not old because I'm not old. I'm a little older than you. I think by a couple of months. You're maybe a couple of months. How old am I? I am 46. I will be 47 later this year. But I think we're all in the same age range mostly. I think I'm finding that a lot of my viewers are in like their late 30s or in their 40s, which I'm loving. And Vicky, I'm 120. You're an elf. Okay, Cake Vicky is an elf. You just turned 47. Okay, so you got a few months on me. You got about 6 months on me. Princess Pirate Pickle Pants, 59? No way. Do people offer me their seat on their train? I don't take public transportation here. We don't do trains in the US. You just turned 46. And Zalfruit, me who's basically 26 now. Yeah, look at you. Look at you youngins in the 20s. You whippersnappers, get off my lawn. 49? Spatula flagellants, you are the boss. Spatulas. He looked her up and bought merch and gifts to me. That is fantastic behavior. Fan behavior. I think he bought the merch when they kind of became interested in each other because I think he wanted to support her. He wanted to support her channel. And I think that's why he bought the merch, in my opinion. I don't think it was like, oh, I'm such a fan. I think, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, it was just, I want to support you and show you that I'm supporting you by buying your merch. You're 23, turning 24. Ugh. Lizzie. I'm 98, feel 85, but stunning 112. Only as old as you feel. Well, I feel about 80. I like to think I'm middle aged, but yeah, no. Close enough. Close enough, Princess Pirate Pickle Pants. 66 over here. No way. No way. Lizzie, I feel 96. You want to feel a 96-year-old. I'm sorry. I give Lizzie so much shit because she's interested in older women. I gotta give Lizzie shit. Her bringing that article about herself as a guest gift gives me meeting a fan too. Get your kicks on Route 66. Route 66 goes through my area. Empress, one more. Empress, be careful. You're going to have Lizzie flirting with you and hitting on you here in the chat. Be careful, Empress. You got to watch for Lizzie. She's a cougar chaser. My whole body cracks like, girl, me too. I'm an exennial. Me too, LaFay. We know that's a 6'7" joke, Lizzie. We know. Empress? What are you confused about, Empress? Lizzie likes older women. And I give her crap about it. Yes, that was a 6'7" joke. Yeah. I gotta give Lizzie shit. But you also gotta be careful. If you're in your 50s or 60s and you're a woman in the chat, you gotta be careful. Lizzie might start hitting on you in the chat. I agree, Mag. We are the best generation. We had the best of both worlds. Anyway, back to Rosie. Enough of me warning the older women of Lizzie being a cougar chaser.
At some point, to the people who paid, the people who support me, I appreciate you, and I am sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I may get one piece of pre-recorded content up at some point. It's not going to be like my intro vlog. I might just be something random.
Empress, no. Empress, no. I'm not going to tell you all how old Lizzie is, but no.
Like, that's like low edit effort, because I don't want to spend my time here editing. I've been soaking up every moment with my boyfriend, and my boyfriend love it here.
My boyfriend.
I think Texas is cool. I love this area. I'm
going to keep calling him my boyfriend so that you all know that you haven't broken us up, that we're still together. He's my boyfriend.
So happy to be here. You guys, I think one of the best things about meeting Remy is that I've been finding more comfort in being a more reserved version of myself, and it's weird watching how some people are interpreting that more reserved behavior as if like I'm not happy to be here or whatever. Taylor. You know, it's crazy because I've had to do a lot of shit that I haven't done in a month. I had to go to I separated myself from the Reddits and stuff. I had to start going in. I have people that were helping me kind of get timely updates as things were transpiring.
If you've separated yourself from everything, how do you know what people have been saying?
And you know, it's like I learned a few things I wish I didn't know.
My husband. There's a lady on YouTube who makes a lot of really cool recipes, and she always starts out with like, my husband wanted to have sloppy joes for dinner. Have you guys seen her? I love her. She cracks me up. This is her I'm a victim voice, Lizzie. This is her victim voice. You all aren't going to get to me. You lost. I've won.
You know, like...
He's like, itty bitty. Yeah. Tay Bryce, I think is the channel. Tay Bryce.
Certain people who said they were never going to react to me again are reacting to me again.
Pulpy. Talking about Pulpy.
Wild. Didn't know that. Certain people who I'm in no longer contact with are still obsessing over me, and people are talking about it on Reddit, calling them out for their weird ass parasocial ass behavior.
Let's hear that again. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, nothing's been on Reddit that I've seen.
And then I have people that were helping me kind of get timely updates as things were transpiring, and it's like I learned.
She had people helping her get timely updates as things were transpiring. Right, Taylor? It's because she was so tired and not sleeping well, and now it's because of the wellness check and all of this is why it's just doesn't make sense.
A few things I wish I didn't know. Like certain people who said they were never going to react to me again are reacting to me again. Wild. Didn't know that. Certain people who I'm in no longer contact with are still obsessing over me, and people are talking about it on Reddit, calling them out for their weird ass parasocial ass behavior. Real.
I think she's talking about Chris and Britt. I think she's talking about Chris and Britt. I don't know who on Reddit is trying to call out Chris and Britt, but they need to fucking stop. But I think she's talking about you all there.
It's just this drama is exhausting. That's why I looked so tired in my last live. I was exhausted because, like my mom was like so.
Your mom was so what? And that's not why. You said you were exhausted and tired because of the travel and because you hadn't been sleeping well, but now you're changing it to be like, I'm so tired and I'm exhausted because of you all. Bullshit. You're tired and exhausted because you're horribly overweight and probably don't sleep well because you probably have sleep apnea. Right, Schermerhoffen?
This goes beyond, like...
Hi, Clown Sourcing. Welcome in.
Internet shit, dude. I don't know. But, I'm gonna keep living my life. I will not.
But you aren't. I mean, you are living your life. But you're not continuing on and just being like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm going to do my members' lives. I'm going to share what I want to share. I will put out the content that I promised my members.
I will not bow down to this. And that's not a threat or a challenge. It's...
Her mom comment was directed at me and Britt. Was it? And my mom is just, Her head has gotten so large, it's like she's wearing a tiny baseball hat. Well, her hair just looks fucking greasy. Because she stated before that her mom was upset with how we handled things. Her mom has that right, I guess, but, I mean, of course her parents are going to be on her side and defend her, because if they don't, she's going to throw a fucking hissy fit.
I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to let them win. I'm safe. I'm so happy to be here. But I have to revoke their access to me while I'm here.
I have to revoke their access to me while I'm here. Girl, nobody's gonna fucking do anything. I'm revoking your access to me. You're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself and your members that want to see your content and see you having fun with your boyfriend in Texas. That's the only person you're hurting. It's not like she's some frickin' celebrity. It's just... Minion Vicky. It's just... It's It's like she's punishing us. I'm revoking your access to me. You're only hurting yourself. You're not doing a damn thing to any of us. Yeah, her parents are weird. I think Lizzie said Nikki's going live in 2 hours. Excellent, Nikki.
And I'm really, really sorry
Nikki, come back
to the
to us,
people that
love.
support me and care about me and are happy for me and want to be involved and are looking forward to the cooking lives. I was too.
People were looking forward to the cooking lives. I was too. You can still do the fucking cooking lives. You're just in his fucking kitchen. You're just in his goddamn kitchen. Nobody cares. You can still do your kitchen cooking fucking lives. Yeah, Charlie's been streaming for a while. Oh, I see how it is, Nikki. I see. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
But this is what I have to do. And I'm sorry to anyone if you are confused, if you don't have the full context. For safety reasons, I'm not going into specifics. But again, the details, the aspects of his life, I'm going to let him share what he wants to share when he's comfortable sharing it. Because no one had the right to do what's been done. I knew that this was going to happen at some point. Parts of this were going to happen specifically, like the breaking down of his completely innocent Reddit posts, like completely innocent.
And now you're giving them attention. You are just going to drive more people to seek them out by giving attention. All right, that's all you're going to do is drive people to seek this information out and give attention to it. Most people, hey bossy, most people that I've seen in chats and the few reaction channels that I watch are like, hey, this doesn't seem like a great idea. What if this guy is a troll? Maybe this isn't a great idea to fly out there and spend 2 weeks in his apartment with him. This doesn't seem safe. We hope he's a good dude. We hope that he's a good guy and actually cares about you because we want to see her be happy, right? We want to see her find somebody that cares for her and we want to see her try to get healthy and be a better person. But she doesn't even want that for herself, right? But then again, like always, there are a few select people in the communities that have to take things too far and ruin it for everybody else. There's always a few people that have to take a little bit of nuggets of information that the girls give and go start digging, and then share that shit and ruin it for everybody else. And that's not okay. I'm not okay with that. Now, Rosie, again, she did share a little bit of information about him and people found it. Two wrongs don't make a right, right? Just because Rosie shared this doesn't give people the right to go digging. But she should know that there are a select group of people that will do that. I hate watching her cook because she's a fucking horrible cook. But that's the content that she provides. So we're going to watch it. And we're going to watch her be a train wreck. But she's just acting like, I'm revoking your access to me. All right. You're only hurting yourself. I'll wait till you get back to Florida. I mean, it's like, no skin off my back. You're only hurting your members and the people that support you. And yourself. Mostly your members.
And also, you just don't know how much people can change. And it's funny because like he doesn't even really look like his photo anymore. He's like, he doesn't want me to go into specifics, and I'm not going to.
So now you're confirming that whatever picture has been shared of him, you're confirming that was him at some point. You're confirming this. You shouldn't have said anything about any of this.
It's funny because like he doesn't even really look like his photo anymore. He's like he doesn't want me to go into specifics, and I'm not going to. But he doesn't even like look like that anymore. It's kind of funny. But yeah, at the end of the day, like there's a lot of people very dedicated to finding a reason to reinforce the narrative of me being a villain, and I refuse to let these people drag me back to who I used to be.
Say that again.
These people force the narrative of me being a villain.
Because you kind of are. You kind of are a bad person.
And I refuse to let these people drag me back to who I used to be.
And what is that, Rosie? Dragging you back to who you used to be. What is that? Because we haven't seen any change. We haven't seen any progress. All we've seen is you continue to make yourself out to be the victim, twisting narratives to make yourself the victim. Anything that you've regretted in life wasn't your fault. What are you talking about? Are you admitting to anything? Because we don't see you owning up or taking accountability for anything. All I'm still hearing is from before with the whole I was manipulated, I was groomed, none of this is my fault. Chris says, so you admit that you were an abusive person? She could be. Who knows what she's talking about?
To let these people drag me back to who I used to be. I'm not perfect and I'm going to keep making mistakes from time to time, but honestly, I love him a lot and I'm so grateful to be here and I'm so lucky to have him, and I am not going to jeopardize that or play into that for content. Get the fuck out. I'm not doing all that. So, that
girl, please wash your hair. Please. For the love of his pillowcases.
is why my vibe was weird. That's why I've looked stressed and tired. That's why I've been feeling very physically ill a lot of my trip, because stress is making me sick.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second. I think now you're just retroactively trying to blame this on you not feeling good on your trip and just being tired. It's always something else. Oh, this thing that happened today is the reason why I was feeling bad 3 days ago. No, Rosie. Maybe it's because you never fucking shower. Maybe it's because you have uncontrolled diabetes. Maybe because you probably fucking have sleep apnea and aren't sleeping well. That scalp, it looks so bad. But it's like, oh, well, this is why I was out of sorts. You're blaming us. You're blaming everybody over here for the weird, off-putting chemistry between you and Remy. Look at yourself. Look at your own behaviors. Look at your own life. You're just like Amber. Things out here are always happening to me. It's not my fault. It's nothing that I'm doing. It's something else externally. Look at yourself, Rosie.
And I think we are venturing out tonight, but it's been difficult because of all the just been like one thing after another, and I've just been keeping my cortisol levels low, and just because of all the just been like one thing after another, and I've just been keeping my cortisol levels low, and just being here with Remy has really helped with that a lot.
What was that weird smile? Keeping my cortisol levels low, and then a weird smile. Because you've loaded yourself up on goodies powders. Right, Princess Pirate Pickle Pants.
I love it here.
Do ya? Do ya?
And I look forward to sharing what I can with you guys later on. If you want real-time, in-the-moment updates here and there, follow me on Instagram. I'm Corky Rose on everything. If you want to know, like, my Instagram stories are probably going to be...
So she'll be posting things on Instagram. Every time she mentions a bodily function, she's wrong. Does this smile mean banging? Keeping her cortisol levels low, then she smiles. We've been keeping my cortisol levels low. Inflammation, minion obsessed mama. Probably inflammation that she's feeling in her body.
The best place. Again, I don't know.
Right, moving.
How much of what I'll be posting when, but...
Well, just increasing, serotonin. Just being happy will help with cortisol levels. Although from what I've been told, orgasms also lower cortisol levels, so that could be what she's so it's not I assume she's in Dallas because that's where I'm familiar with, but I am going to remove that because I'm assuming that you've watched other content that's tried to confirm where he lives. I always just say Dallas area because they have an airport, they have a university, and I've been to Dallas. So she loves having an excuse to not follow through. She's still bloated. I saw something that I was going to ask somebody what they meant, but I can't find the I don't see it.
To the people that support me, I really...
She said he's in uni in Texas. Big uni is Dallas. Next uni is Houston. Yeah, I mean she's going to be in an area with a big airport that has direct flights from Tampa to that airport, and that would be Dallas or Houston. I just say Dallas because I've been to that area. So, Long White Cloud, you mentioned O's. Please don't ever again. Sorry, Long White Cloud. You're racing chickens.
I am sorry. I really am.
Oh. Well, that was that. So. That was her video. Banging and not washing yourself or the sheets is wild work. Yeah. I've been to Dallas for both jobs. I go to Dallas quite frequently. So she is Austin and San Antonio. Not with Southwest, I don't think, Napa Girl. I don't know if they offer that with Southwest Airlines. But I just say Dallas because I'm familiar with that area. But she's somewhere in Texas. Yeah, she's blaming. She doesn't want to do content What did Britt say? Oh, maybe he's in the. He could be. Maybe that's a kink he has. But her trying to blame the community for her not doing the content for her members. No, you just don't want to make the fucking streams, and that's fine. But you shouldn't have promised. You shouldn't have promised your members that you were going to do members only streams and content while you were in Texas if you didn't really want to do it. You could have just promised them, hey, look, I may go live. I don't know when, but if I do, it'll be members only. But I will make some members only vlogs for you, right? I haven't really seen many messages from you, CCB, to be honest. I'm not seeing messages from you, so I don't think you're saying too much, CCB. I don't see messages. I don't see comments from you. Could be blocked words. Yeah, I haven't seen a message from you in a while, CCB. But CCB would see that the messages didn't go through. The last message I see from you, CCB, says nope, nope, nope. And that was 10 minutes ago. Um, but I think um, no, I'm in studio and I don't see anything asking to be approved. Um, yeah, LaFay, the whole coordinated attack thing. Um, I don't think there was any coordinated attack. I think she took something maybe someone sent to her, or she read or heard something somewhere, and she just took it and ran with it, thinking there's gonna be there's some big conspiracy against her, and everybody's out to get her. Um, I don't know. Well, so I have two different chats, Vicky. I can see the chat in my Streamlabs, and I can see the chat in my YouTube studio, and I don't see the comments in either place. Um, so, but again, she's spinning all these things, and with like talking about this wellness check and talking about this content, she's giving it attention, which is going to drive more people to seek it out. And she's taking these two separate things. She's taking these two separate things and trying to conflate them together. Yeah, I see CCB now. Nikki, update Charlie is dragging Rosie. I will also be covering this tonight in about 2 hours. I see how you are, Nikki. Just leave us and go to Charlie. It's fine. I'm giving you shit. Yeah. Um, it's Remy's favorite time of the year is sweater weather. There was a person in the chat named Sweater Weather. However, they have not been there for a while. It's just odd. Yeah, it's. While I disagree with people looking for and digging up and sharing this information, um, Rosie knows how people are. Um, and she shouldn't have shared as much as she did. She shouldn't have addressed it in her Instagrams. She shouldn't have addressed it now. She shouldn't be blaming the community for how she's been feeling the last few days in Texas, whenever it's probably because she's 500 and some pounds and just doesn't feel good. Yeah, Britt says she challenged the trolls too by being like, "You lost. You lost." People are going to be like, "Bitch, we'll see if we lose." Right? But she just confirmed that everything that's been posted is actually from him. She could have just not said anything, put in the privacy strikes if she wanted to, but just not addressed it. So, was it she said, "You fucking lost"? Yep. I agree, Nikki. Rosie doesn't deserve, or Remy doesn't deserve any of this. His only mistake is inviting Rosie, I have the hiccups, coming to visit him. That's his mistake. He doesn't deserve it. He's just existing, right? But yep, Rosie gets to be the victim again. She gets to sit there in the kitchen and use her low BMI voice and like, "I'm being stalked online, and they even sent a wellness check to my house." I don't think he is, Vicky. I don't think he's a Fifi. But she's overheated because she's over 500 pounds. It's whenever the girls use this voice, Lana, and they just try to sound all soft and sweet. You think he's young and experimenting? The goal isn't for them to break up. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's a Fifi. I think he just likes bigger people. Um I The thing is, Rosie doesn't have a poker face. She doesn't keep anything to herself. Yeah, there were no snacks in the house. She was hangry yesterday. Um and they needed to do grocery shopping. Yeah, she's just right, LaFay. She over exaggerates. I think I mentioned this in the last stream that she over exaggerates her own importance. She thinks she's so important and like this minor celebrity. Well, that was the day before Tremorhoffen. Right, they got a reaction out of her. Exactly, Britt. That's what they want. They wanted a reaction. They wanted to poke at her, and they wanted a reaction so that they can get more content out of it. That's all they wanted. They wanted her to react because they said she always does. She's gonna lose her mind on some long ass cooking streams, probably. Um, yep. She gave people what they wanted. She should have just not said anything. Just put in privacy strikes if that's what she wanted to do. Um, but she addressed it and just confirmed what people wanted. You wanted a Scooty grocery video too? Yeah, I see. That's the thing. People want to see Rosie doing things. But now we're not going to get to see Rosie out doing things in Texas. Maggie, how dare you fall asleep on me? Right? We're not going to get to see her out in Texas walking around doing things, showing us where she's going in Texas, doing all this different stuff. Well, it was only 17 minutes, Tremorhoffen, and there were some cuts in there. Yeah, Anna does go do stuff. So, I mean, I don't know, y'all. She gave people attention. She addressed things that she probably shouldn't have addressed. And she's shafting her members again by not giving them content that she promised to give them that people are paying for. Just like she did with her fucking Patreon, right? She gets money from people, but then doesn't give people what they paid for. Why on earth would she have a grace us with doing anything in a vlog? She said that she's going to give us a vlog. So maybe she has content, and maybe she's going to edit a vlog. She said we might get a members-only vlog before she leaves Texas. She can e-beg for new plane tickets, right? Wonder if Remy said I cannot buy all this food. Well, she made the shopping list. She made the shopping list and even put a casserole pan on it. So, because she needs to make like 20 fucking quiches for some reason because she has to give all of Texas fucking food poisoning apparently. Thank you, Hibiscus. Yeah, 3 fucking cheesecakes. It's ridiculous. Right, she could still do the content. She could still do it, but she wants an excuse. She wants an excuse to not have to actually do any content. She wants to do the bare minimum. If you can't give food poisoning to your neighbors, it's not worth having neighbors. Right, Chris, she still hasn't even stopped her Patreon. She still hasn't stopped her Patreon. No, she's going to make 3 cheesecakes because she has to make one for, I guess, Remy's parents. I don't know, one for herself and one for him. Yeah, Remy made a comment that that splitting that dinner at the restaurant was more cost effective. But then she's like, "Oh, it was plenty. We even had leftovers. We even brought leftovers home." I think I think she's trying to eat less in front of Remy while they're out, so it doesn't look like she eats as much as she does. Because if she's showing that, oh, I don't eat that much, then that would show that, oh, this weight gain isn't my fault. Right? They know she licks the spoon in her fingers when cooking. Yes. Don't let her cook for you. That's why she was so hangry. Yep, and Heather, oh, she's hangry. Probably feels self-conscious to do all that eating in front of strangers in public. Yeah. So Remy has to buy springform pans. What will he do with springform pans after she goes? Exactly. She's like, oh, we're going to make this and this and this. We're going to make this. And he's probably thinking, I'm never going to fucking bake this shit again. Can we rent a pan for like $1? maybe his mom has a pan he can borrow. Yeah. Also, just the lack of hygiene while she's visiting her boyfriend is embarrassing. Just so embarrassing. Yeah, I don't like eating in front of new people either, Lana. It's so awkward. Like a first date going to dinner just feels so awkward. It's like, let's get coffee. Let's get coffee the first time we meet. How about that? And maybe if we're still hanging out, if we enjoyed coffee together, maybe we can go get a bite to eat after coffee. Maybe. But she's staying with him. She's staying with him for 2 weeks in his home. It's just, I don't know. I'm just going to be repeating myself. I think she needs to find a way to clean herself, to shower, to wash her hair, because her hair looks so bad. It looks so bad. I can't imagine if I were Remy taking her to meet my family with her hair looking like that. Dry shampoo can only do so much. I don't know, y'all. So much sweat in dry shampoo. I know. If I didn't say hi Andy on the brink, welcome in. Probably smaller. Oh my god. Yeah, I would love to see her be happy and be healthy and take care of herself. Yeah, I don't know, Lana. Imagine what her head smells like. Sweat and dry shampoo. Same minion obsessed mama. 2 days. But yeah, she's all this does. All this does is it gives Rosie the chance to play victim again and blame everything in her life on other people. That's all this does. It gives her a chance to play the victim and blame others for her own life. So, 200 sprays of perfume can't handle it. Yeah, exactly common sense. Chris says, as much as she doesn't believe it, that's all most of us want, including me and Britt, despite our history, right? People just want, I mean, most people, not everybody, but I think most just want her to take care of herself. Also, why Roz's mom wanted her to cut her hair, lack of caring for it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I need to go. I need to do some work, some more work. Um, make sure you tune in to Nikki. Let me get my link. Nikki will be live in like an hour and a half. Even though she abandoned us. No, I'm kidding, Nikki. Um, also, make sure you go check out Chris. So, yeah, thank you all for. Yep, Wyoma, you gotta wait for Nikki. Wait for Nikki to go live. Like and subscribe. All that jazzy jazz. So, thank you all so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Sunday. Or Monday if you are in Australia. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And until next time, be safe and take care.